Welcome to Shattered Ships, brought to you by Fandom Encounters. This is your DM Matt, guiding you on your pirate adventure through the seas of Corsair. Join our party, the Human Fey Wanderer Ranger Tesha Gwyn, played by Bobby, the Sea Elf Pirate Kensei Monk Trigger, played by Seth, and the Owlin Swords Bard, played by Alan, as they do their best to navigate this new world and find their place in it. In Corsair, where piracy is freedom, and freedom is dangerous. As last time, the Royal Rumblers were awaiting our party upon their return home, and a fight ensued. Kachi did his best to threaten Spider, a member of the Royal Rumblers, which forced their leader, Strut, to come out of hiding, not doing any spells for invisible, but instead confronting Kachi, and the fight began. By focusing on the spellcaster, the party was able to eliminate Strut, revealing the Royal Rumblers' secret weapon, a sword fighter named Birch Hanger, the foretold opposition to Kachi the Arborforged, who, upon seeing his destined enemy, paused the fight and challenged Kachi to end the fight in a one-on-one duel along the path. And that is where we pick up now. Our party, having been transported through this magical ether into a demiplane of sorts by the magic harnessed by the Bokken, a figure who has appeared to both Gwyn and Kachi in their dreams. Upon seeing them up close, Kachi confirmed that the Bokken is in fact his own grandmother, who, with a bamboo sword at her hip, is the end of the path. What is said to be the strongest swordsman in Corsair, which, with Kachi and Gwyn on the path, at some point, they may be destined to face the Bokken's blade. But not today. For now, the Bokken has whisked you all away to a battlefield. So, Kachi, you are standing on top of volcanic rock as lava begins to burp and run down past your feet. Little explosions going off here and there, facing off with your opponent on the opposite side. The Birch Hanger. In your hand, the Arborforged, the blade you took your name from. In Birch's hand, a hanger sword, an extended sort of cutlass. They appear to be very deft with, as he faces you down as well. For our party up in the spectators' booth, these like floating rock formations hovering 20, 30 feet above the battlefield looking down. On one side, the blue-cloaked Royal Rumblers. Near the Bokken, the party. in a way that only the Bokken can engage you all with a whimsical voice sweeping from one of you to the next, whispers the rules of engagement for the path to all of you, their voice echoing through the volcanic battlefield, which I'll summarize now with mechanics. So for starters, Kachi, go ahead and roll initiative.
Were we going to get a moment where they were like, you can give your blessings and you can blah, blah, blahs did that already happen?
We kind of did that. So
right. I just wanted to hand off a healing potion.
Oh, nice. Yeah, absolutely. You're able to pass a healing potion to Kachi.
There's not much else I can do for you, but I want you to win.
Yeah, Thank you. You also have an empowered weapons spell from Lester.
Yep.
So you can add a D4 of fire damage to your attacks for as long as he concentrates.
Okay. You also have my eye patch. It won't do anything because you don't have time to attune to it, but it was sort of a symbolic gesture.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Trigger. Thank you.
You gonna put it on?
Yeah, sure. I'll put it to be like a little necklace because I kind of need both my eyes at the moment since it'll just cover my eye.
You do have a really tiny head. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so what did you get for initiative, Kachi?
15.
15. All right. Okay. So the party's initiative, so both Trigger and Gwen, you'll share one, and it just follows the combatants. So you'll go after they do. For starters, our combatants will face one another in a one-on-one combat. Especially the first round is a true one-on-one, no holds barged, face-off, combatant versus combatant. Every battlefield along the path includes a lair action of some sort. With the volcanic battlefield, every round there will be a belching of this lava, a miniature explosion. You and your Birch Hanger and Kachi will make a dexterity saving throw, which will determine how they are affected by this lair action. If you succeed to a moderate amount, you'll take some damage. If you succeed, I should say it the opposite way. If you fail a little, you'll take some damage. If you fail a lot, you'll take some damage and be blinded for the next round, as your opponent could potentially get an advantage. When it comes to our allies that are cheering on their fellow party members, you have two options on your turn.
Ooh.
On your collective turn, I guess, as you guys both have. We'll both share the same initiative, and everyone will kind of do it all at the same time. I'm pulling it up now because I should have done that before. The Bokken explains, now, there will be no cheating. Using spells that affect the combatants, leaving the spectator platform prior to the resolution, or attacking anyone during the battle, and you'll evoke my wrath. I earned my way to the end, and if you don't want to see yours, I suggest you behave. Would you like a hard candy?
Yeah, what flavors you got?
Oh, you should take them. They're so freaking good.
Oh, this is a specialty. We make these in the forged. We just set it on top of sort of like the kiln. We have some. There's a lychee one and a moralis berry. It's very tangy.
They're all in the same colored wrapper. How do you tell a difference?
You have to taste them. It's a bit of a surprise.
It's so crunchy, man. It's like
Coal rocks are so good.
Can I unwrap them before? Can I unwrap them during the battle, or do I have to do all of my candies? No, you can unwrap
them during the battle if you'd like.
Okay, I don't want to just.
The only things we can't do, Trigger, are cast spells, leave the platform, or attack anyone. From what I understood, that's what we were told.
That's correct.
Those are the only things we can't do?
That's what we were told.
I've gone most of my life without doing any of those things, so I should be fine.
On your turn, you both will have the option to choose. Players have more options. So you can choose to support your friend or boost their morale. So if you're supporting your friend, you choose a saving throw. Any saving throw you would like. You make your saving throw for incrementally. The DC is 10 to do something. And then the higher you roll from there, the better the result. I'll leave it a surprise to say what it is, at least for the first time we do it, because that'll be more fun. If you are trying to boost your allies' morale, which is exclusive to the party. So you have allies here in Europa who can do the supporting actions. She is unable to do the morale check. But if you would like to choose a skill to make a skill check, the DC is 18. If you succeed, your ally has the morale invigorated. They can roll a hit dice of healing on your turn.
Oh.
If you fail your skill check, you take on a point of exhaustion.
Yo.
Is that for next round or for the current round?
You can do it on the first round, but there will be like Kachi and the Birch Hanger will go, and then their allies will go.
Right. And if I chose to support and I passed that saving throw, then Kachi could take on those hit dice then.
Yep.
Okay.
So the healing happens on your turn.
Okay.
Does it spend our hit dice or their hit dice?
Nope. The hit dice is just the measurement of how
That's
much
just
they're
what
healing,
we're
but it's not coming from anywhere or counting against
Right.
anything.
That's just like what his health and vigor is.
Yes. The spectators also have a reaction. You can choose to roll a duelist barb. So after someone has rolled a d20, you can choose to use a barb and impose disadvantage on that roll. That reaction has to be recharged. So if you use it, you roll a d6 on your turn, it comes back on a 6. So
Okay.
if you rolled super luckily, you would get that reaction every turn.
Hard.
But starting with, we only ever have one.
And that is shared. Like the two of you have that one reaction. It's not everyone has an individual reaction.
Okay.
Okay. And that's great. Love that. Love that.
Does that make sense generally?
If not, you're here to ask questions too.
Exactly. And I made it up. So if we need to finesse or adjust, we can.
That's my advice. Finesse and adjust.
Yeah, finesse and adjust. Europa's just here for the ride.
What?
That's actually what one of the pirates on my ship used to say before he did a crotch itch. He would be like, gotta finesse and adjust.
What did Kachi pick? Forge? Am I making that up? He makes weapons. What did his path pick look like? Do we know?
Kachi?
What his name is?
Yeah.
Birch Hanger. So it is they look almost like elven, but their skin looks to be made out of wood.
Oh.
And then Kachi's moniker is the Arborforged.
So what path did you pick, Kachi, when you chose your?
Oh, like the Guardian.
Yeah.
Oh. I think I chose the path of peace, and it was like how to.
Yes.
Peace and death. That's what it
Yes.
was.
It was peace.
That is so storm and stupid.
The caretaker of peace, the caretaker of order, and the caretaker of war.
War. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah. Wow. We're just all over the place.
And
Okay.
then Nico has tasked you specifically, Gwen, with finding a caretaker of death.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was just you.
Because it once was
You
Violette.
okay.
So for me, okay, so Lester just gave me a 1d4 of fire damage. Is that perpetuity or one time?
That is perpetuity until Lester loses concentration. He is going to have to roll a concentration check on every round.
Okay. Because I also have, I think, a 1d4 of guidance.
Yes, from
I
Europa.
think
That's
for
just
Europa.
once. And it's only a skill check, but she wanted to do something. I wasn't sure what
And then a
map
one-
you were going to land on. It's more helpful for
Perfect.
some of them.
Okay. And then a 1d4 of poison that was one time.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes, because Gwen gave you the poison to throw
Yes.
onto your blade.
Blade. Cool.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excuse me. But that is the path. The Bokken wraps up their explanation and kind of like raises their head and looks off. And while this is happening to your party, Kachi, you are in the battlefield. You see the Birch Hanger faced off against you, like sword in his hand as he's kind of like poised, looking at you. Takes a deep breath. Give me a perception or insight check. Let me know which one you're trying to suss out.
Yeah. I think insight. Yeah.
Nice.
9.
9. Your opponent looks fairly calm. There doesn't seem to be like an anger in his eyes the same way that like Strut had when Strut was trying to like blast you all. Birch Hanger seems somewhat at peace. You kind of had a little bit of a heated discussion about like, okay, one-on-one fight, that's when this ends. I win, my friends will answer your questions. Or if you win, my friends will answer your questions as long as you let them go. If I win, my friends will, like, you'll stop coming after my friends kind of thing.
Cool.
Doesn't seem to be an anger directed at you. And Kachi, with that, you realize you get the sense that you are the first to act. You're quicker on the drop. You have the Arborforged in your hand. You know, okay, Birch Hanger for a second. Eyes go to his allies, kind of looking down. Seems to be like almost assessing who in his party is actually going to be cheering him on. In that moment, you have a chance to move, to act, to strike. That's Kachi starting off with a 15. He has outrolled the Birch Hanger. What would you like to do on your first round?
Yeah, first round. I think I'll just fly up and try to get over as close to him as I can. I think I'm just outside of range. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So yeah, I won't be able to hit him this round, unfortunately, though.
Would you like to prepare a reaction? So if he does close.
Yeah, I'll just stay 5 feet above flying, so I'm like just above this lava.
Nice. So flying, Arborforged in your feet as you prepare to fight.
And then yeah, I'll come up a little closer to the top of this volcano and then prepare to attack if he comes close.
Nice. As you kind of fly close in, any bonus actions from you on this moment? You can prepare an action, but you can't really prepare a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have. I don't have any bonus actions to really use.
Cool.
So,
Birch Hanger on his turn on initiative 10 is going to leap across this lava and close. You prepared your action. You get to go first.
Amazing. Cool. All right, that'll be a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Incredible. Okay. So I'll do generic damage. Dope. Okay, that's 15 damage to start off with.
Oh, dang. Okay, 15 damage to start with. As a reaction.
With an additional 3 fire and 3 poison.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's all together. You see as that fire damage rakes across his wooden skin. It appears to like sap his strength to an extent.
Oh shit.
He has an ability to regenerate on his turn that is nullified if he takes fire damage.
Yo, dope.
Hilariously, it's if he takes fire or poison damage and you hit him with both.
Both.
Hell yeah.
As a reaction, as this sword swipes into Birch Hanger, he raises like his arm to deflect. It catches his shoulder. It swipes across like a flowery pod growing on his shoulder, and like a flash bang illuminates the entire battlefield. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Kachi.
Okay. Okay. And you can't use guidance on saving throws, correct?
I'll retroactively say that it was guidance.
Guidance, okay.
That it was resistance for saving throws, so you can add a d4.
Okay. Okay, cool. Helps a little.
She has both.
7.
I'm used to saying guidance. Was a 7 altogether?
Yeah.
As this flash goes off, Kachi, these spores burst into your owl eyes. You're nocturnal. they're built for taking in. Your eyes are built for taking in light. You are blinded by this blast of light. You can make no, you only have one. You have one attack.
Yep, one attack.
I was confusing it for Eldritch Blast. So you are, after this first strike, you are blinded by the Birch Hanger.
Cool. Okay.
Birch Hanger comes in, closes, takes a hit as he closes with you. You're still like flying 5 feet in the air, but with the extended reach of his hanger sword, he's able to carve up into the sky and catch you. He's going to make 2 attacks. First one is going to be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Do we want to use our reaction right off the bat?
I think so, because then we'll get more chances
Got
to
more chances.
Nice. I will re-roll his attack. That is only going to be a 15 to hit.
That doesn't hit?
15 does not hit. As he goes to swing, the battlefield itself almost glitches and pauses. And as he swipes, Kachi is now like 5 inches to the left. Sword misses thanks to the duelist barb. Second attack is going to sweep around the 24 to hit for a total of 9 slashing damage as he cuts into Yukachi.
Cool.
And he'll use the pommel of his sword to reach out and tap you again as a bonus action for a 25 to hit, but it's only going to do 1 damage.
Okay.
Kachi, hanger, swords, locked in this duel. That brings us to our allies on the stone area. As Trigger and Kachi look across at the other spectating platform, you see that Jaws has sat down, like kind of arms crossed, and is just kind of like looking at you, a little bit bored, is not engaged with the fight at all. You also see that Barrow, this half-orc, is kind of standing backing up Jaws instead of backing up Birch Hanger. Seems like they've made a choice and they are not choosing to assist the Birch Hanger.
Interesting.
While Gilma, the lizard folk you've met before, and Spider, this fighter that Kachi was able to intimidate before, are lending their strength to their ally. So as we start with our ally turn, why don't you guys go ahead and roll a d6 for me to see if you can get your reaction back.
You want to do it?
Sure. I rolled a 4. Is that the number I had
That
to
is
roll?
not. You have to roll a 6. But Lester does maintain concentration on his spell.
Okay.
On Empowered Weapon. Spell I made up. So,
Hasn't really taken lunch
Trigger.
yet, and I don't. Yeah.
and Gwyn, are you hoping to support your ally or boost their morale?
I think right now we're probably just want to boost their morale, right?
Well, isn't that the bigger one?
I thought that was the lesser one.
Morale is healing.
Oh, no.
Supporting
Okay,
is-
support.
Supporting is
No, I
aiding.
think we're going to support.
Nice.
Support.
So
Yeah.
both of you, Europa also chose this option. She's the only option she has. So choose any saving throw, and give me a saving throw using that skill.
Do you need us to tell you? Or-
If you want to say what it is, just for fun, it's
Dexterity.
Dexterity!
there. We go. Both of you summoning on your own agility, doing your best to send this ability to your ally.
11.
13.
11 and
We just need to beat a
13.
10.
You just had to beat a 10. So, what this means, Kachi, you feel this like energy surrounding you. You flash back to Trigger sprinting through a tunnel to face down a mother kraken and getting out unscathed. You remember Gwyn empowered with their like worm summon and speeding through the battlefield to get range and fight from a distance. These memories fuel you. Trigger had an 11.
Yes.
Alan, go ahead and set a D4 aside.
Okay.
Which you can add to any attack roll or saving throw.
Okay.
Gwyn rolled a 13, which I'm double checking my notes, is going to be another D4 that you can set aside and use to add to any attack roll or saving throw. They can be the same one.
Okay. Heard.
Europa got a natural 20.
Yo!
Which I hadn't taken into account when I made my system. So go ahead and set aside a D20, which you can add to your attack roll or saving throw.
What?
Incredible. He rolls a 50. Can I free action to eat the candy and say and talk to the Bokken real quick?
Oh, absolutely. The Bokken kind of like, it's like, oh yeah, of course. It was Trigger, wasn't it?
Really good. It kind of tastes like old person. How old are you? Are you like Serpenty Serpensons?
Oh, I'm not quite sure how Owlin years translate to elf years, little one, but I've certainly...
It's okay. I'm not really sure how years work at all.
I feel like I've been at the end of the path for about 40 years or so. I'm happy
40?
to serve my duty, but this doesn't prolong my life at all. At some point, someone will defeat me and I'll go on. I'm simply doing the duties of my deity.
Is 40 like a made-up number like mine was, or is it a real number?
Oh, it's a real number. If you were to sit and count, little one, how high could you reach?
It doesn't really matter. Numbers aren't really real anyways. Most things are made up.
Oh, everyone has different skills, I suppose. You seem very quick.
Your grandson is kicking ass.
I'm supposed to be impartial, but he's doing quite well. I trained him very nicely.
Yeah, Nepo baby.
I suppose that is something to take into account, isn't it? I'll bring it up with Talani.
Talani.
So you have a D4 from Trigger, a D4 from Gwyn, D4 from Gwyn, and a D20 from Europa. From the other side of this observation platform, you all see both Spider and Gilma cheering on Birch Hanger. Spider seems to be kind of like confused by his allies. Didn't make a DC 10. Gelma, this lizard folk, like slams her hands into this railing, like kind of like so hard it almost starts to crack. And the Bokken kind of gives a look of like, calm down. Gelma also rolled a natural 20. So the Birch Hanger will have a D20 to add to one of his rolls this next round as well. No reaction recharge from our allies, unfortunately, as we continue into the next round. As that round commences, the volcano explodes. I need a dexterity saving throw from Kachi and from the Birch Hanger.
Also, Matt, on Twitch, we're still on like the slideshow.
Thank you very much. I absolutely forgot to swap it. I just really wanted everyone to see those characters.
You were like, I want you to know everyone.
There will be a quiz. I'll start this off with the Birch Hanger. The Birch Hanger rolled a natural 1, which I ended up ruling as a 1 is a fail. You can't add any dice to it. You fail.
Cool.
So as this flame goes off, you see Birch Hanger so focused on looking up at you that all of this soot goes into his eyes. What'd you get, Kachi?
I got, I used my first D4, but I got a 16. I want to kind of see where the level of pass is on this.
Excellent. Let me check on that. With a 16, you feel your feathers begin to feel like singed by the flames, but you don't feel it reaching your eyes.
Cool.
So both you and the Birch Hanger will take 4 fire damage, which again, this is a new round. Birch Hanger, healing effect is nullified by the random roll to land on the volcano really screwed over your opponent. And that brings us to Kachi. Unfortunately, you are still blinded by the Birch Hanger's light explosion. You're going to roll at the end of your turn to get rid of this, but your attacks will be made with disadvantage. But you can still roll because you haven't separated. You know where your opponent is.
Okay. And to reiterate, this D20 is for attack damage or like to roll to attack?
Roll to attack or a saving throw.
Or a saving throw.
Not for damage.
Okay.
In the future, it may go that way. It felt like it could scale too fast.
Yeah.
But we're still playing with these mechanics. If it ends up going that direction in the future, we'll go in that direction in the future.
Cool.
The Bokken will allow something. Who knows?
All right. Okay. With disadvantage, that is 19 to hit. I rolled an 11 and a 17.
Ooh, that is absolutely going to hit. Birch Hanger, also blinded by the volcanic ash, goes to block this and misanticipates where you are. So we'll hit.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, great. That'll be 15 with an additional 4 fire.
Oh, my God.
19.
Okay. The second swing of your sword, Birch Hanger, is looking rough.
Looks like my friends got my back, loser. My friends are my power, I guess, or something like that.
As like your blades finds your kind of blade and kind of stares back up at you, and he's like, as he listens, it's kind of like he kind of pulls you in close, Kachi. I thought I could say the same, but there are fewer voices than I would have expected.
Damn, you made that really sad. I'm sorry.
Arborforged, you are a talented opponent.
Same to you, Hanger.
breaks apart and goes to attack you. Any bonus actions from Kachi?
I think because I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate, I just need a reiteration on this. For my bonus action, could I do an offhand? Like, could I try to hit him?
You can. You have the lava smelt dagger. As you can say, right now, this close to a volcano, it is glowing at your belt. You can make an offhand attack, but because you're not proficient in two-handed fighting, you're proficient with the dagger. Your roll to hit with the dagger is normal, but you don't add your dexterity to the damage.
Okay, so that'll be my dex so it'll just be a 4. Okay. Instead of a 6. Cool.
I think it would be a full 6 because you're still proficient with your dagger. So it's proficiency plus your dexterity to hit with your dagger.
Yeah, it's just when you add your damage, it's just the roll.
Yeah, so it's just damage that's affected.
Just the roll. Got it. Not the extra. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay. 21 to hit.
21 will absolutely hit.
Amazing. Okay. So just a D4. 4 damage.
Nice.
Kachi the Arborforged in one hand, lava smelt dagger in the other. How do you finish the Birch Hanger?
Wait, shut the fuck up.
He's not a fire boy. He can't handle fire.
Yeah, 2 hit points left.
No, Birch Hanger.
That's I hate these mechanics that I made.
I have such a sad life, and you're like, yeah.
Kill him with kindness.
Shit. I think still blinded because I haven't rolled to be unblinded.
Nope.
Oh wait, let me do that with disadvantage. Hold on.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, it's still a 14.
And you can add something.
A 14 would not hit.
What a 17.
A 17 would hit.
Okay. Okay. I think still blinded, but having him close, I'll like do like a flight like over him and just get this lava smelt dagger into the lava a little bit and say, "Thank you for being my first opponent. I'm sorry I had to end like this," and just sear it into his gut.
Nice. You drop your namesake for a moment and instead pull the gifted dagger from Scorch to slide it into the birch hanger's ribs. As it finds its purchase, the birch hanger looks to you, Kachi, and goes, "I'm not a fitting fight. If they ask you, why do you fight? Tell them. Who else will? It's gotten me this far."
So close.
I'm so close.
You were so fucking close to guessing it.
Damn, Trigger was so
That's
close.
crazy.
What the fuck?
Assassin's Creed style, you like lay the birch hanger down on the volcanic rock. In like as like you all watch this fight happen, you immediately see birch hanger go down, Kachi standing over him. Before you even realize that like she's not there anymore, the Bokken appears next to the both of you. And birch hanger. Is this the end of your path of the blade or the end of your path in Corsair? And Birch Hanger looks up at the Bokken and looks at you, Kachi. Without a sword, I see no reason to press on. Thank you, mate.
Live well. Live true.
Finish stabbing, lava smelt into, and he kind of like just like reaches up, like feeling around, like grabbing onto your robes for a moment.
I'll actually guide his hand to like my face.
Yeah,
and
your face.
Just be like, yeah.
Look after Spider and Gilmer. They'll answer your questions. They know what this means.
Aye. Thank you. And may you be at rest now.
Good luck in your next duel. Arborforged. Like takes like feels like kind of feels in the ground for his sword and like feeling it, just kind of like pulls it to his chest. And as let's say as this like druidic figure kind of like almost like begins to meld with the earth here, finding peace in the path. The Bokken kind of looking up at you, Kachi, a face you've seen before, probably a look you've seen before. Thinking back to the times that you used to duel with your siblings, was it more likely that you would beat your sister or your brother when you were younger?
More likely to beat my brother. Sister would always beat me.
Brothers, yeah, that's right. Brothers like the craftsman, sister's the fighter. So it kind of looks at you. You always showed grace and victory, Kachi. Sorry. Arborforged.
Thank you, Nana. I'm sorry, Bokken.
Oh, you...
Good.
You troublesome child. disappear from Morales, and where do I find you? Not writing a letter, but on the path, fighting for your life.
Listen, I didn't want it to end up like this, but here we are.
You take after me, and kind of like grabs, like pinches your cheek.
Are you gonna need more candy?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, Trigger, how many pieces of candy did you take from the Bokken?
Oh, thank goodness that you asked this question, because I was going to have said I wanted to pickpocket her.
Oh, give me a sleight of hand. Give me a sleight of hand check. I'll say with advantage.
Okay, I can do this. Sleight of hand 14. No, sorry, 19.
Nice. Okay, I would say that passes her passive perception. Enough that like, oh, I've got plenty. Oh,
Sure. Can I use my action to give morale? Oh, is it over? Oh, all right. That was so quick. That was so quick. Wow, I got all this candy for nothing.
just like fists full. You may have to ask your friend Trigger for some, but I'll have some waiting for you whenever you make it home.
I put one in the gun and I try to fire it to see what happens.
The biggest explosion you've ever seen.
It's pop rocks.
Please, I don't know how this works, but please tell everyone that I'm okay and I'm trying to find my own path. But I'll be home.
Of course, I will do what I can to assure them without letting them know too much.
Thank you.
So tonight, and she kind of like reaches across to like futz with you a little bit, like, let me straighten that shirt for you. Okay. Tonight, a moment of peace for your fallen enemy, and a new challenger will present themselves to you as you continue your path. You have now cemented yourself along this long road with swordmasters before you and swordmasters behind you. At the end is the Bokken. That's me. Beyond that is a guiding power. One of the few left in this world. A god. The god of the blade. Prove yourself. And perhaps one day you'll meet her.
This god have a name?
She's going to roll to see if she's going to divulge this to her grandson. Oh, Talani and I go way back. We've known each other for quite some time.
God, why are you so cool? I mean, I always knew you were cool, but like this is like on another level. And don't get me wrong, I'm not looking at the fact that if I meet you again in the future, I might have to. We're not going to go on that. That's family business for another day. But God, I try to like grab her arm and just like, I know people are watching, but this is also my grandma, and I'm like, oh God, I want to like hug you, but I can't.
Come here.
Oh,
And she like moves her
thank you.
like sword to the side, kind of like she's like it's gotten a point where like you are taller than she is now.
Yeah.
To kind of like pull you to pull you in, and this embrace is like the last thing you feel along the path. Our allies gathered above. You see this interaction between Kachi and the Bokken. Europa, Lester like releases his magical hold and kind of like slumps forward like towards like Trigger. Gwyn, Europa probably is there to kind of catch him. She's kind of in the habit of looking after him as this conversation is happening with Kachi. I feel sharper thanks to you all, but it's been a long time since I've cast real spells. and kind of like lets Europa hold on to him, like support
Cool.
him a little bit.
I'll look to the Bokken and be like, oh, God, I got to get my friend back. He's only just now getting himself. Do not get defeated before I find you again. If you do, I'm gonna find you. I know one of my friends knows the god of death, apparently. So I'm gonna.
It's a god of war.
Oh, god of war. That one.
Oh, people have tried to kill me for years, Kachi. The closest they ever came was when I was worried about you by that dock that day. But I still won. And you remember the memory that you faced, thinking back to like when your grandma, like when you were lost at the dock in Morales, your grandma disappeared. Someone had challenged her, and she was able to finish the fight and make it back to you safely.
I have so many questions. I have so many questions for you, but we got to get him back.
Of course.
God,
It was great to see you, little one.
love you.
I love you too, fledgling. And everyone is once again back outside the House of Violets, grouped around this well. As you all kind of grouped up, I'll group you up here just for ease. The Royal Rumblers have appeared back here as well, kind of like looking around a bit confused at the disappearance of the Birch hanger. The gathered party, Kachi is now back with you. Lester kind of like walks over and sits down on the well with Europa, seemingly has some exhaustion kind of sitting in in his fragile state. Trigger, this eye-patched tiefling, Drogma the dwarf, kind of looks across, like puts down like the cigarette he was smoking, like a bottle in his hand. All right, so all of you disappeared real quick.
Yeah, we went and got some candy, and Kachi kicked some druid's ass. We want to trade your cigarette for some candy?
All right, yeah.
Cool. I take a cigarette.
Pops candy in his mouth. As the Royal Rumblers go to like, they take stock, and Jaws looks like she's about to throw up spirit guardians again, and like Gilma just like digs claws into Jaws's arm, like to like hold her back, and Jaws just kind of steps back with Barrow as Spider and Gilma kind of step forward to Kachi, like good job. And Spider kind of looks at the rest of you. When you guys said that you almost had a way out of here, were you guys like telling the truth?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck. Okay. Birch said, like, our information's yours if you win, and you did. Good job. He seemed happy about it. Gilma kind of like, after like a big reaction to stop Jaws, then kind of doesn't really know what to do with her claws as she kind of like steps forward. So last time, when Jaws and I met you, you were headed for the base. Is that still your goal?
Yeah. I look behind me at Gwen and Trick, like, yeah.
Yes.
We want to talk about this after. We want to talk about it.
Yeah, how about
We had said
There are, yes, there's eyes everywhere.
Yeah.
as we know
Perhaps
now?
we can have this conversation at your base tomorrow night.
Well, how about Gilba and Spider? Why don't you can come in for some tea? It's late. Jaws and Barrow, fuck off.
Give me an intimidation check, Kachi.
13.
With the last lingering magic of the path, any of the bonuses you didn't use, feel free to add.
Use your D20.
21.
Hell yeah. Jaws and Barrow kind of look up at you, and like Barrow looks at Jaws, like, what the fuck? Jaws like, I didn't even want to come in anyway.
Yeah, you're not invited. So,
Well,
I guess
good, because your guys' house sucks. It's
Are you
better than
sure?
living in a tunnel.
it's got like
We
a
got
fucking
candy.
ghost.
Oh,
What do you got? Fucking monsters that kill you if you don't put a ruby in its back
Yeah,
or some
Borrow.
shit?
Do you want to come in, Borrow?
Barrow's
We
kind
can
of
have three.
crosses her arms, looks at Jaws like as if for permission. I'm gonna roll just to see where Barrow's at. If the intimidation is enough to shake their
This
face
is kind
in
of like
Jaws.
I'm curious where.
That's
I promise-
high enough that Barrow is like, you can take the weak links.
Oh, wow.
Nice, good.
Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna offer you
If
candy.
you
but
cross
okay.
us again, if like while they're going off, if you cross us again, you fucked over Birch. We're fucking you over. Gilman Spider, cool. You two, watch your fucking back.
Kachi. It's okay. You won.
What?
Calm down.
What?
Yeah, you just-
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm like feathered. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
What
I
about it?
can tell. Your tail is elevated right now. They're kind of. Let's just come on. Let's just get inside.
Normally, I wouldn't
This candy's
recommend.
fucking good. I'm gonna follow.
Thanks.
Him and kill
This
him.
one's not even laced with any drugs.
Oh shit. Pretty good
Wow.
considering. Want him dead? Want him dead?
No,
Oh.
Wait.
I'm sorry, Quinn. Did I overreact? Did I do too much?
Well, we're trying to gain allies, and right now
Yeah.
we made 2 enemies while gaining 2 allies, so we actually didn't get anything. Unless
They
well-
were already our enemies, Joe. I think man, I cannot
All-
decide if I want to have candy or smoke. This is crazy. I think we
Keep
we ended up
Trigger.
like pie.
no, I think we're
No,
good. We honestly don't want to work with
No,
her, but now she has a reason. Now she's got a petty reason to come after us, and those are the strongest.
I get that. She wasn't even helping Birch. They fucking sat out that fight.
Yeah. Spider and Gilma kind of step. Like, if it's not overstepping, Birch could keep them in line. When Strut stole that guy's crown, Strut got more ruthless, and Jaws respected that. Barrow respected that, so there was kind of a schism. I don't know if you were really ever going to convince them to help.
But
You
like,
earned Birch's respect, and we liked him.
If anything, and then I'll use my mask of many faces, and I turn into Jaws. We have an out now. We have someone to frame.
Spider
At any
just
point.
kind of like rolls his head, like, it's a good scapegoat. It's a good scapegoat. It's a good move.
all right, come on. I'm tired of standing. I've been wanting to go to bed for like
Please,
6 sessions.
please.
Let's go.
I just want to drink.
Yeah.
Drogma offers the bottle that he's holding.
No, don't take that. Don't. Whatever you do, don't take that. It will not stay down. Okay. Let's.
Friend.
No, Drogma. I mean, it's good for you, and also for me.
You need to have a hearty constitution for this kind of. This is brewed by the dwarves. I can outdrink any dwarf you come across.
Is this part of a recognized trade guild from dwarves, or is this like bootlegging? Not bootlegging.
Those bootlicking dwarves.
It's a bit closer.
Are
to
you a
bootleg.
bootlegger to the bootleggers?
They don't sell this a lot of places. You kind of got to make it yourself.
Oh God.
There's
Ooh.
gunpowder.
Toilet
in
hooch?
this.
Oh my God.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm good.
Gwyn
No.
might die.
That would kill me. Yeah.
Oh, before we left the volcano, could I grab any like volcanic ore or anything, just like a rock or like a big chunk or something?
Yeah. As like you like plunged your dagger like into the lava, and it feels like some of like that molten like lava has attached to this to the point where you could like break off pieces, leaving the dagger behind.
Okay.
Like in theory,
I don't
it's
like
like
it.
okay, this is kind of the core of what lava smelt is.
I'll just like have like just a few pieces. Like it's nothing like crazy, but I'm like, Scorch kind of helped me win. Gonna give this to him. Come on, everybody.
Who are you inviting to come with you of the group here?
Gilma, Spider, Gwyn, Trigger, obviously Lester and Europa. Drogma, I'm like, Trigger, can Drogma stay outside?
Well, you
Should
want to
Drogma-
come in?
Why doesn't Drogma go back to Marion?
Yes, great idea. Drogma, tell Marianne
somewhere
that
to sleep?
we owe you a beer.
Oh.
Oh, I'm happy to drink on your tab.
No, not a tab. Here's 3 gold.
Okay, respect it. I was just checking.
Yeah,
in my
I'll give them. Do we have 10 gold?
Wait,
10?
I don't even know. Wait, guys, you don't
In
send away
gold?
my friend. I don't even know why Drogma. Why do you say you were doing a thing? We were.
I got a little delivery to make to someone I've heard is an ally of yours, and kind of like pulls an eyeball, like just out of his pocket, just loose an eyeball.
Yeah.
Stab.
No, what are you doing? Did you
No,
stab that eyeball?
no, we did this already.
It appears to match, like as he holds it up, it's not purple like the magical eyeballs you've seen. It's like literally, it's like, okay, Drogma has kind of like this reddish brown eye. It's the same color, just not attached to his head anymore.
Oh, never mind.
Never stab a man's
Kachi.
Never stab a man's eye when it's out of his head.
It was already out.
I was asked to drop off a little gift to
Drogma,
lady in
did
charge.
you take that out yourself, or did the Cyclops do that for you?
Oh, Captain liberated me of this one himself.
Cool. Is he just doing that these days to like the crew?
Sending a message, I suppose.
Because most of the time, we were sending other people's eyes, and our own eyes just seems like a little much, like, whoa.
My eye's a little stronger, isn't it?
What do I know about this man's eye?
You get the sense that it's more just because he's allied with the Cyclops. There's nothing special about Drogma's eyes.
Is the captain aware that none of the eyes seem to be, the message doesn't seem to be going to Gilma. It seems to be going to like everyday people on the island, and not to maybe Gilma. Sorry, not Gilma. Gilda.
I bet eyeballs may be going for other people, but I'm sure Gilma gets the message. Pasty Jean's message was sent pretty well.
Yep. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll totally come and catch up with you in a little bit. Have that gold. I don't have any because Gwyn holds all of mine. Gwyn, give Drogma some gold.
I'll give 7 gold.
All right. Looks like Drogma's grabbing kebabs on the way back to the bar. Don't you worry, Trigger. If you can't feel free to stop by, I'll just swing by your place sometime.
Okay.
Send a message beforehand.
And bathe, okay? Here they like people to like smell good. I don't know why, but it's you kind of got to.
I was in the water when I fell off the boat.
I said the same thing, and apparently that does not fly.
Fine, I'll talk to the tavern keeper.
Awesome. Have a good night, bud.
Drogma starts heading south, or where this map is, heading west, east.
Say another direction.
N-E. East. East towards the Forgotten Escape, not included in the party that is being invited inside. Although 2 of the Royal Rumblers are. As you make your way back into the House of Violet.
We'll have to go in.
Oh, I guess I didn't move any tokens over here. But you all end up here. I forgot I made this map before I made all the tokens. Oh, I guess I...
Kachi, this is going to sound kind of rude. Do you know you kind of look like the Bokken?
Normally that would be, but my grandma. That is my grandma.
Do you mean that like in like a cultural kind of sense, like we're all family kind of thing,
I
or
mean
is
that
it like
literally, like she
oh
is my
so okay cool. I just wanted to check. I just want to be because I didn't when I met Pike it was like me from the future or something.
Yeah, of course. We'll work on that though. When we eventually go to Morales, if you want to come, I guess. If we get off this, I mean, I think we're getting off this island now.
Sure.
We'll work
Do they
on
have things that we
We're
can pillage there?
There are places that we can buy from.
And by buy you mean take with force, right?
And then give them money in return. Yeah.
Forcefully?
Yes, you can push as much gold as you want in their face.
Oh dear. Gwyn looks more tired than normal.
Europa kind of weighs into just as like someone else who's from the Elven continent side of the world. It's like, oh yeah, I never really actually made it quite so north as Morales. I hopped on a ship down south and ended up here. I've heard Morales is pretty great though.
Everyone's real happy all the fucking time. That's fucking annoying, but it's good. It's great. I've learned a newfound respect for my hometown. Big city, though. Big city. Crazy.
Big city, big trees.
Oh, let me tell you.
Is that a euphemism?
It doesn't have to be.
I am a child.
Trigger, you say so many things.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're so.
I can claim childlessness, but I can also deny it. It's my right as a child adult.
As one of the childs.
Well, as a child, you don't get any liquor tonight when we all sit around the couches. Sorry.
It's fine. I don't like to get twisted anyways. I continue smoking.
Continue to smoke from dropping a cigarette.
Well, that's perfectly normal.
Spider tries to.
That's healthy for a child.
Spider asks for like a pass.
That's on them.
Trigger, share with Spider.
Yeah. Can I? All right.
Thanks.
That's fine. But it's not like we're kissing. It's different.
No, it's not good. That's not good.
Again, I am a child. So, are you guys still Royal Rumblers, or like, is that kind of dead now?
Gilma looks back. Spider knows that you met with Gilda about he was spying on you all. Knows that you made a deal to eliminate us in exchange for better footing with Gilda. In the brief moments we've kind of spoken, I get the sense that you don't necessarily love the lady, but you take Strut's robes, take Birch's robes, take ours. You could make a pretty convincing case that you did eliminate us.
I mean, for him or out, I think the Royal Rumblers could be non-existent, as it were.
Perhaps we would no longer be Royal Rumblers. We would be Midnight Murmurs.
Whoa! You mean our fake group is becoming a real group?
There is a team called the Midnight Symphony. That's why we knew you were lying. But I mean, you could call yourselves whatever you want.
Well, if there's Midnight Symphony, I don't know if we want Midnight.
Wait, no.
Wait, I want to be part of their symphony.
That was bad. Wait, but
that was great.
Can we just like take them over? Like that's so cool. I thought it
No,
kind of had to have the what's the word when like words have to like match with their front words?
Alliteration.
That thing.
Normally there's a theme, but the Midnight Symphony is our leader's personal bodyguard.
Oh shit!
It's so they are unique to themselves. If you're trying to get to our base like you were before, you have to face the Azure Guardians. It's an automated defense system. So
Fuck.
beat them with good intentions, and you may earn the boss's respect.
Mm.
Does everybody have to beat them?
Only people trying to like prove themselves. There was a team led by some guy, this elven guy, Cavalier, who was always trying to find ways to kind of one up everybody else. But we think the Azure Guardians took him out. So
Yeah.
not a lot of people do go that route. But if you
Sounds like he sucks.
prove yourself to him, you can get an audience, especially if Birch trusted you with the key phrases.
Wait, you got the key phrase?
Yeah.
What was it?
But why do we fight?
Who else? And Gilda and Spider kind of both say, "Who else will?"
Son of a! I was so
You were
close.
close. You were so close, Trigger.
I'm
You were
so close.
What did you say?
I said because no one else will.
It was no.
Would you guys
one
have
else
taken
will.
that? Would you have taken that if I had said that in front of you? Would you have been like, they're pretty close?
It's meant to be a question.
Why is it meant to be
Oh,
answering
that
a
way-
question with a
Because
question?
that way it's a trick. So the first two are the pattern. The third one breaks the pattern.
Oh, who else will?
Mm.
So it makes it harder for people to guess it.
Right,
You're
and
close.
yeah. Oh, God, oh, it's fine. I'm fine. Takes deep drag.
Okay, come in, make yourself comfy. You take off your cloak.
Wait, are we
We'll get
are we
drinks.
just hanging out in the front ugly room, or are we...
We can go into the living room. Lester
yeah.
Lester falls asleep in the chair by the fire, classic old man
Oh.
style.
Classic old man.
Lester, buddy? I think
Wait,
you'll
we're
get
in
better.
that room?
Yeah, we never go in this room.
Okay,
has
we
it
can
been
go to the-
cleaned?
Go to around the
No,
kitchen.
no. I don't
table.
want them in the. I don't want them in our kitchen.
Okay.
You don't want them in the kitchen?
We have layers of trust here, and they have not
I
entered.
don't like this.
Is it?
Where would you like to go?
Isn't
think-
not to be a crazy person, but isn't this the front door over here? You can't see where I'm pushing it. That like mud room, right?
So the front door is this like mud room where we were.
Yes.
Have we
Let's
not
go
revamped?
to the kitchen table and sit around a table. No.
Have we had time to like revamp at all? Like, can we talk about like new
No.
upholstery?
We've had no time.
Rearranging the front room. Cleaning.
I'm
the
telling you, in
foyer.
20 years, this is going to be the height of fashion.
We're not
Everyone's
staying
gonna be-
here. We're leaving.
Everyone's going to be taking up their carpets.
I want to go.
Lush.
But the house is coming with us. It's gonna come on our ship.
What?
That's going to be crazy. A tree? You're going to put a tree on a ship?
All right.
I've
While we have the guests here, let's not
Oh.
talk about this.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
no,
sorry,
wait.
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
Europe is
Sorry.
like,
But
guys,
you
we
guys did
shouldn't
want to
fight
know
with
how
that
we were gonna
company.
get off the island.
Yes.
We're not fighting. We're having a heated discussion.
Europa and Bastion grab snacks and drinks for everybody.
So, okay. Welcome. Sorry I had to kill your kind of boss. The path. Crazy. Tesha, Gwyn, you're up next.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not. These are people who are going to be giving us information in a safe location. So we'll assess them first. But thank you for passing it off. While we're here, let's discuss our intentions. It's our intention to get off this island. We have some tools that we are working with, but both of you, as claimed by your former teammates, are weaklings. So we need your information so that we, powerful people, can succeed. Does that make sense?
Give me say intimidation or perception or persuasion.
I'll give advantage if it's persuasion. I'll give the help action if it's persuasion.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be.
No, it's Gwyn's bluntness is both intimidating and persuasive, so whichever one you're leaning into more.
I'm trying to start kind. 25.
Nice.
And you are succeeding.
I'd say especially like Spider is almost seems to have like less information on hand, but is like well informed. He is their scout, but he's not their like tactician.
Right.
But Gilma seems to be the one who's kind of like assessing your intentions and doling out the information. She's the one who kind of said this plan of like, to earn your trust, feel free to claim that you took us out. We're okay, which is me signaling we're okay leaving Royal Rumblers behind to call you allies. As you kind of offer that, it's like most people who side with Veritas have a similar goal, to get off the island. Cursebreakers help Gilda with the hope of getting off the island, and Veritas sees her as the obstacle. So I'd say overarching, Veritas tends to oppose Gilda. So that tends to become our goal, hindering the wings, hindering her, to hopefully find a different way.
Why not just kill her? There's like so many of you people. And just like, you could just go up to that castle right now and probably kill her. Not that I'm like advocating for that, but still.
Personally, I think our boss has tried. I've never heard him say that. But there seems to be a history of some kind. I think that's his goal.
What's the deal with the different teams? Is Veritas trying to get everyone in Veritas off the island, or is it like, good luck if you figure it out, but everyone for themselves?
Some people don't want to go, so it's easier to radicalize the people who want to leave, and like not like curse breakers for Gilda. They're teams that feel called to help. So do we. But people who want to stay, they can stay. We don't want to hurt them.
Yes, but the general sentiment of Veritas is get off the island. Is that we should get off the island, or we should get off?
Everyone, Veritas is made of people who want to leave.
And you think Gilda's keeping you here?
That's why I think so. I know a lot of people think so.
She at least knows why we're here more.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we kidnap her, throw her in a bag, and have everyone in Veritas interrogate her while she's like shackled?
I don't think that'll work well.
She has powerful allies.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to take out the 3 goblin leaders. The 3.
Speaking of that, can I go to the windows and try to see if Yarumi?
Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage because you're looking for someone specific.
Okay, I know she's really good at hiding, but oh god. Okay, come on. Okay, 18.
You do not see
her.
See anyone?
I know I'm not gonna find her.
But with that,
she's got like a 35 stealth.
But with that, you do know there's like a standing kind of commitment invitation that you have, like a connection you have with Yurumi, where if you were to try to engage in some fashion, interrogation, combat, fight, you would be able to communicate or meet with them.
Okay, I'll leave that for later tonight because I know I need to practice whatever. She's got those allies and like the the wings of Veritas, but like we can't take all of them down. Like you can't get to her without them. And like I don't know, I just see like Veritas, y'all are just acting out in a lot of ways, and it seems like no one's communicating the same information. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's astute. I think some of that is by design, because some teams lead more into like a thug role, and some are more effective. So if nobody knows the full story, nothing gets back to the boss.
Here's what I would like to request. I would like you to return to your base and get us a meeting with the highest person in charge that you can meet.
It would have been Birch or Strut. The way that you can take it to the next, we have like 3 tiers of clearance. If you're looking for more, that means facing the Azure Guardians and impressing the boss.
Was that what attacked us last time when we got through and like it asked us a question and we didn't know? But like if we answer the question correctly this time with your other question, which again, kind of stupid, would they let us through?
If you you make it, do you make it to the maze?
We were
not
outside.
Technically.
Answering the question gets you into the maze. As soon as you enter, the way out starts to close, and the Azure Guardians attack. If you get to the middle in time, you can get down to the boss.
The way out's in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, and while I have you here, have you ever been in the maze before?
Once. Strut thought we should, thought that with did you say the sleeping guy's name was Lester?
Yeah.
Sorry. When we took his crown, Strut thought he was powerful enough to get us in and impress the boss. But it didn't work.
So, like, was there anything else in the maze besides the Azure Guardians?
The Azure Guardians are tough. They're scary. They'll make you see things sometimes.
Trigger, how do you feel about going back to the maze now knowing?
Now? No, now? Oh, you meant now knowing. Sorry, I thought you meant like right now. And I was like, I'm so tired.
No, now knowing that the visions that you're seeing are a test of your own strength.
I don't think they are, but that's okay.
That's right. And I think just moving past it, because we have to do it. So what I'm thinking is we spend a day in town tomorrow. We go visit Scorch. We tell Gilda about 2 dastardly civilians we found that are members of Veritas and chuck those 2 under the bus. And we get supplies or spend money, and we talk to Marion and we check on that whole family.
Well, one's currently in jail still.
Yeah, we got to get out of jail.
We do a day in town, and then the day after, we go to the maze.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fair.
Does that make sense? Because
Do you guys know-
we can't really do anything until we talk to the boss of Veritas. Like, I don't feel like we have a next step until.
Do you guys know anything? Yeah, I get a little nervous about. It's fine.
Well, that's why we have a whole day to
The,
mention.
the guy with the eyeball that you guys just saw. Was that doing anything for you guys?
What does that mean? Was that doing anything for me?
We kind
No, like
of thought he was a
not
friend of
you.
yours. He was kind of
Yeah, no, friend. Yeah, total. We're friends. Also, a terrible person. Don't ever be friends with him. But like really good friend. And I'm really grateful for all the memories that we have, even the mostly bad ones.
What do you mean? What was that doing for me?
Not you, the Veritas people. You know, I don't care what you're into, Gwen. I'm saying
I don't think you mean
I think
sexually.
he's like
That's
a little.
the
He's kind of a little old for me.
No, okay,
No.
like the eye. Have you seen eyes like that anywhere else around town?
I'm gonna make
And
history
not like
check for
ones
both of
in
them.
heads. I want ones that are out of
and
heads.
actually eyes that aren't like that. Eyes that are very different.
Eyes. Just
you,
like have
you
just
explain
seen
the other
eyes?
eyeball creatures a little bit more. Gilma kind of shakes her head, like I don't really think. And Spider kind of, they like the water, right?
Yes.
So my whole thing is kind of scouting, and every now and again I'll see them sort of duck into like the canals and the waterways and stuff. They were grouping up kind of on the edges of the water by the cove. There's a few places that like nighttime sometimes they'll glow purple, right? You can kind of see
Yep. Okay. Great. Thanks. That's
I've
all
never
I
been
really
brave
wanted
enough
to know.
to follow them, but
No, I know you're
Fine.
an absolute pansy. It's fine. Speaking of being a scout. Speaking of
I'm
well,
brave.
listen. Do you think you're braver than that little drow child who is an orphan, so he sucks? Onyx. Do you know
Oh.
anything about him?
Onyx, he's in the Cerulean Blasters, right?
Maybe. Kind of hard to say these days. He's kind of gone. What's the term? What do you get when you put a bunch of letters together?
AWOL.
That one. He's gone that.
Oh, I mean, we don't really look out for other teams necessarily, but I heard there was some shit went down with the Cerulean Blasters. They were like kind of taken out.
Did you guys write that? I'm so sorry. I can't just let that go. How were you so ready to say AWOL and a bunch of letters? That could have been anyone.
We were just connected. We
We were connected. That mind link right
He
there.
is
I was like,
writing
I know what you mean.
scripted jokes behind my back. Like,
We got these ready.
I developed an entire character so I could say silly things. Like it's not, it's not the most.
No.
Yeah,
I'm on to you.
I mean,
I'm on to you.
I heard their leader got arrested, but I don't know anything about the team itself.
Okay. Well, if you do see him, because you've got really good eyes, you've got a terrible sense of courage, but like really good eyes. If you do see him, could you let us know? Because we think that he probably betrayed our friends. And we like to be really good to our friends.
Do you need me to look? You mean to look for him?
Yeah. You also, if you want to look for evidence to save our friend, or if you want to look for a bunch of other orphans wandering around, I'm kind of worried for him actually.
You have a personal investment with Kettle.
Spider seems excited to have a job to do.
Really? Oh yeah. Great. Gilma, do you want something? Oh wait, actually, what happens now? Can you guys go back to Veritas? / what happens with Jaws too?
Jaws has been trying to, fight. It's always kind of pushed back against Birch when he was in charge, and even Strut when he was in charge. I don't, as far as the Royal Rumblers goes, my guess is Jaws and Gilma or Jaws and Barrow are gonna do their own thing. Jaws is probably gonna be quick to decide that she's the leader.
Of what group? There's like no people left in your crew.
They might keep the name. They might come up with something
They might
else.
hijack a different group. Did the boss like Jaws? Does like she have any recognition of herself or reputation?
I don't know if Jaws talks a big game. I don't know if Jaws ever met the boss. She probably thought that the boss would be impressed, but I was on patrol with her in the tunnels, and like we were sitting in the same tunnels. Like she didn't go anywhere special.
So she's not as threatening right now. Maybe we don't even need to talk to Gilda tomorrow.
Tough, but maybe not connected.
Yeah. Whew.
What about you, Gilma? What do you go? Yeah, going back to the trigger. Are you going back to Veritas? Are you still in Veritas? Do you want to create a new group where we're secretly the leaders and you work for us?
I was kind of being clever with the whole Midnight Murmurs thing, but we're happy to help you guys.
Oh no, yeah, we can use that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
We already started establishing some street cred with it.
I don't know that I'm a leader type.
Well, you're not.
I know Spider's not.
No, never. Anything you would lead would fail. I agree.
If your friend Kettle's looking for people for her team, or we're happy to help you guys.
They might need a scout. That's true.
It's true, but Kettle can't lead from in jail. So
we could talk to Gilda tomorrow. We can get her out.
Okay.
I have full faith that she is eating out of jail tomorrow.
Well, she's innocent, so
she is. And Jaws did it. With the help of Barrow, they killed that other guy.
We saw her.
Yeah. But she wasn't a part of the Royal Rumblers. She was just some other Veritas agent.
Oh, that would be nice. I don't want to get blamed for it too.
Well,
how many people can possibly get blamed for killing one person? Besides, it wasn't even it wasn't anyone's fault. Bam had his problems, and
he wasn't.
She's not in jail for Bam.
Oh, I thought she was in trouble for Bam.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think she is. Yeah.
Yeah. She was literally just like found. What do you think she was charged with? I don't know a lot about laws, but I do know that most of the time you gotta break one.
Kettle was arrested for killing Bam Bugbear.
Sorry, I just felt responsible. I didn't realize I was like I was responsible.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, no, it's fine. But it's like, it's basic. You know, nobody ever takes a shit and then hangs out by it. Nobody does that. Who kills a person and just stays there? She could have found the body.
You know, Gilda's not looking for someone to take, like, an actual committed the crime. She's just looking to make a statement for Veritas. That's why she did that V thing. Yeah, she did that V thing in the center, right? That wasn't y'all?
You're telling me that people in authority who have rules over people can, like, misuse their power?
Spider's just like, I know. We were getting blamed for that, but I saw it. When there was shit going down, I went and checked it out. I saw you guys helping everybody, but we didn't do that. None of us can even fly.
But I think Kettle is specifically chosen because also Marion's family is powerful in town. Like, people like her.
Yeah.
So it puts them under Gilda's control.
Yeah.
Getting Kettle out is going to be more complicated than, hey, Gilda.
I mean, yeah.
We're going to have to kill everyone Gilda knows and then talk to Gilda. I'm kidding.
And then we blame it on Jaws.
We blame it on Jaws. We should maybe, like, forge a bunch of notes against Jaws and then come with evidence against her tomorrow, but I don't know.
I mean, again, unclear on how, like, due process works in this place,
I think
or
Gilda's
what
God.
that combination of words even means. But I do think we don't necessarily need to prove that someone's guilty. I think we might just need to prove that one person's innocent. So we could set up Jaws, and that's fine. That just seems like an extra step as opposed to being like, it's not Kettle.
That's fair. I just don't know how you. Once you've decided someone did something, you need someone else who did it. You can't just say no one did. It wasn't them.
Yeah.
What if he just unalived himself?
Well, he did. Well, he didn't. He didn't do that.
How do we know? We weren't there.
I'm not going to share it with these two sitting here.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll never know. So
You're right.
What a mystery.
it's rough. Who can say? I just feel so bad, So I just want Kachi to find a solution quickly for us all about Kettle. But if you feel confident going in there tomorrow and being like, Kettle's innocent.
And you know what? If this needs to take more than one day, that's so. If we need to take several long weeks before we head to the labyrinth, I think that that's what's best and what's right.
I think we should go there almost immediately.
Maybe a month or two to make sure that the jury selection goes well. And
Jigger, we are on a roll. The jury selection. Did you have a lawyer on the ship?
We had a person who had served a lot of jury duties because every time that he changed his address to a new port, they'd be like, you gotta serve. And he was like really adamant about making sure that he showed up.
I will say I'm from pretty much a lawless place. I grew up very lawful. And then, fake Hana, didn't see a lot of laws being followed from.
It's probably because you haven't updated any of your addresses on your recent documentation. Sometimes pirates are actually pretty good at paperwork.
It's honestly interesting though, because you can get out of that if you just move and don't update your address, because they can't find you after that.
Or you can kill a local clerk.
Your choice. Mind shielding, no one can find me.
We're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Message. I can't get through. Wynn's ignoring us.
Okay.
Well, why don't we let them go to bed?
Yeah. Do you want to be the guest room, or should they go back to?
Yeah. Well, can you go back? Will they kill you now?
Sleeping arrangements. Otherwise,
we kind of took over there's a lot of abandoned apartment buildings and stuff. Spider was crashing and went across the street. You guys didn't even notice. We could always go to Spider's hideout, because I don't know if it's best to go anywhere that Jaws and Bulma are gonna be hanging out. Borrow.
Yeah, they say
Bulma's from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I mean that'll work. Just let us. Yeah, we'll keep your cloaks. Let us know if there's anything.
Yeah.
If anything,
we'll leave a message for you if Spider finds Onyx. We'll keep an eye out for some orphans. If you guys are looking for us or something, maybe just hang something on the House of Violet sign, and we'll know to come check it on you guys.
Perfect. Same for you. If you need something, put something on our sign, and then we'll know to come.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds good.
Cool. Awesome. Great. Well, awesome. Again, Birch, really appreciated you two in the end, and was very thankful. So at least thank you for being good crew members for him.
Gilma and Spider kind of look at each other like, thank you. That's he taught us a lot. And if he was going out, this is how he wanted it to go. So good job. I wouldn't don't like this. This is how he used to talk about this kind of thing. So
cool, awesome. Yeah, I want this to be at least awkward, but still awkward, as a Owlin gives a thumbs up as he just killed their captain.
A bunch of feathers. Thanks for the ah!
Nice.
Thanks for the drinks. Thanks, Bastion. Thank you for the snacks, sir. And Gilma and Spider head out through your foyer.
Incredible. Well, that was an eventful night, and I really, really cannot wait.
Kachi's raving.
Raving. Wow, shit. Today has been fucking long.
I killed Bam.
Was that today?
What?
I didn't mean to. I just couldn't think of anyone's name, and I thought no one would miss him.
Wait, what do you mean?
There was a time in the storm fight. It just was crazy. I also got this idea. V scorch marks and a V,
Mm,
like a cone.
yeah.
Is that giving monster? Do we think Gilda's a shapeshifted monster? She's not a person. I know I'm being crazy, but I'm not deflecting. I'm not talking about me killing Bam. I just
We did
also
have
need
that-
to find someone to go in the path of death. But I think if Kettle gets killed, we could kill Kettle, and when Kettle gets resurrected, Kettle,
What are you talking about?
and then I will have
Wait.
righted it wrong
Wait.
again.
Gwen, hey, you are spiraling. You are spiraling. Pull it together.
No, if we kill Kettle, Kettle can be the person who walks the path of death. And I'll be looking out. Kettle can't die, but if something happened to Kettle in a positive way, if something bad happened, whoever dies, they should walk the path of death, is what I'm thinking. So if Gilda killed Kettle tomorrow morning, it's okay.
No.
It's not, and we're not going to let that happen. And what path?
No,
of
I
death
would
is-
never let it happen, but if it happened, I have a plan.
There was that shared hallucination with the dragon. And Gilda has been here quite a long time.
Oh my god, is Gilda a dragon? I don't really know much about. Do I know much about? I don't know how much I know about. I don't know how much I know about dragons. I know I'm from I know I'm interested in magical big things.
Magical?
I don't think of myself as a dragon person, but
Why are you speaking at 2 times speed right now? You're so fast.
I reread my notes 5 times. When I wrote V scorch
Guys,
marks.
I just
Scorch
did
marks and a V.
I just did basic multiplication.
I missed
Trigger?
it.
Ripper claps a shoulder on your hand, your shoulder.
I did 2 times. That means double.
Twice.
Well,
Okay. Anyways, no, Kettle is not dying. Maybe Gilda could be a dragon. Sure, that's fine. Definitely, we need to make sure that we are going down and seeing what's in the thing, but not
These are
before we go
not-
talk to everybody else.
concise. You lost me by the third one.
Well, right, because I didn't really have a plan for the third one because I realized that the third one is going down.
I'm
into
just
the
saying,
labyrinth.
I think because I now am tasked to find someone to walk that path, something to keep in mind is someone who's walked a path of death.
What are you when you say path of death? That's the thing that I'm getting lost at. Why do you have
I'm
a path of
considering
death?
these paths that we're on.
Who is doing death?
I have to find someone.
And do
I
what
also
to
think we
them?
gotta find-
And they have to walk the path of. I have to choose. I'm casting someone.
Are you holding
Walk the path of
auditions?
death. Yes,
Yeah, you
and I was jumping the gun by saying Kettle's dead. I don't want Kettle to die. I'm just saying if someone died, that's the person I would recommend.
Kettle.
Again, I jumped the gun with it being Kettle. I just was saying if Gilda did the worst, I was just planning for the worst case scenario. The worst thing
Okay.
that could happen to me is if I wake up tomorrow and everyone's like, Kettle's dead.
Why do you have this power to choose who's walking this path? Is this like a duel thing?
No.
Not
maybe.
me.
No. It's complicated.
Yep, sure is. I can't wait to hear more.
Because I don't understand it fully.
Gwen,
That's what
it's
she
okay
asked.
to not understand things fully. It's okay to
Well-
not plan for every outcome.
No, that's where we just see. I agree that it's okay not to understand, but you should be expecting every possible scenario that could happen, in addition to things that were variables outside of your knowledge. We should be prepared for a typhoon tomorrow. Just in
Are
case.
you?
No. Now I won't sleep.
After the
Oh,
longest
Wait.
day ever, Gwyn once
Well, I
again
actually will.
sleep.
Yeah, I will sleep. I'm gonna sleep great.
I run outside and message Spider and Gilma, and I say, "There's a shape changer. If we ask you a question, you have to say penis farts and he's gay."
Penis farts. We love that Tesha's gay.
Yes.
Yes, penis parts. We love that Tasha's gay.
Wait, what did you? You just run back into the room? Why did you have to go outside to do
thank
that? Can we not
I don't know how far away
You
it is.
can't run outside. There's an assassin out there trying to kill me.
Well,
Someone
isn't there
attack
also an
Kachi.
assassin out there that's training Kachi?
I do have to go outside tonight because there is an assassin that is training me.
You're leaving me alone to be assassinated?
No, I'm not getting assassinated. I'm training to
No,
be
you're
a better
leaving
sword
me
person.
alone to be
I can't
assassinated.
believe that in this group, I'm not the Storm stupidest one in it. I can't believe that. Everything you guys keep doing is like, what? Why? Why would you do that?
I've
Adult
been
stuff.
completely rational.
You're gonna have to kill your grandma. Are you cool killing your grandma, dude?
I don't have to do that today.
Okay, that's a fair response to that.
And that's we can just take it one day at a time, you know?
We could just take that. I have to deal with that eventually. Maybe I'll die beforehand. Who knows?
Maybe your grandma kills you. Do you want your grandma to kill you? You want her to live with that?
You know, my grandma is a badass, and I am
It
knowing
seems like
so
she'd be
little.
fine killing you.
It does.
What would you
And-
do if she gave up and let you win?
Oh, I would not let that happen.
Your
I
title
would
would mean nothing.
it would mean nothing. Yeah. I think
you'd be
she's
like
too good
you'd
of
be
a
like
sword-
the broken Bokken,
the broken.
the broken
Bokken.
Bokken.
or it's
Wow.
like they had to make a Bokken, so it's like
No,
you're the
they would just
token
call
Bokken.
Kachi the broken.
The broken. That would be so
Kachi,
sad.
the token
Kachi
broken
the
Bokken.
And then they'd have to kill all those people just to kill you.
And then to get by,
Speaking
you
of-
definitely smoke more, and then be like, that's the token Bokken. He's token while he's
The
broken.
token Bokken.
Yes,
The
the
token
broken
Bokken.
token Bokken.
Speaking of, there is a god of the blade called Talale that I have to find eventually and talk to.
Don't
You're
gods kind of
religious?
find you?
God of the blade.
You're
No, it's like
religious?
a vocal thing. I'm not any. Well, maybe not now.
What?
It could be.
Everything you just said made you sound more religious. You're
Hey,
like, no.
man.
It's
Good
like based on this like book I read.
About religion.
You're like, no. I just have this like series of practices and rites that I follow.
I just follow an order that helps me become a better swords person, and I
Kachi's
follow a
gonna
god.
triple class into paladin.
Paladin.
I think most things are probably religion if you look at it like that, Gwen.
No, I don't have a god that I have to talk to.
Well, yeah, but like anything could be a god, you know?
No, I don't believe God would let me suffer as much as I have.
I don't know. You
But-
have been able to pass that suffering off to other people, like Bam Bug Bera,
Because of a god.
because of a god. Wait, was it a god? Wait, did a god let you do that?
Well, it was like a powerful being.
Who?
Are these gods? That's a crazy question asked.
Who was it?
Names? I'm not good at names or faces.
Is this someone you saw when you were dying?
It was someone I saw when I was about dying, and I did take the deal.
Was it Nico Stiletto?
It might have been. I've heard that name before.
Trigger does talk about that name a lot.
Wait a second. I'm not the only one who's talking to Nico? Man, I don't get anything.
I don't think. Oh, you've mentioned that name. I don't think that's who it was. Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. That is who it was.
I thought you were
crazy
being
because-
dodgy about it. Like, I thought Gwen
No, I
was
kind
being
of remember
dodgy.
it, but I kind of don't. But I remember
Yeah.
making the decision at the end to be
No,
like,
it was Nico Stiletto, the god of death, who you made you choose someone else to die,
"Oh,
and then tasked you with finding their next caretaker, which you have been a little dodgy. about,
caretaker
so-
is the word that I need to
Yeah.
stop saying instead of the word path."
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want to like. You haven't shared
No,
that with the
you're
party
good.
necessarily, as far as like the details of that, but that is what you were tasked. with.
Yeah, yeah. The
So,
storm
like-
was gnarly.
Yeah, it's
That's
totally
totally
tubular.
Like I should have just said Gilda. Like I understood. Like whoops, my bad. But
Oh, that would have caused such a power vacuum.
I'm against killing dragons.
Are you?
No. Oh my god, no. I think we should be harvesting dragons for everything they're worth. And you guys never snorted. Okay. Never mind.
What? Is there like a recreational drug you can get off of dragons?
Sorry. No.
Are there
like,
multiple recreational drugs you can
Here's the
get
thing.
off of
if
dragons?
we find a good who oh my god. Wait.
Yeah,
I
Nico
have-
Stiletto apparently.
No.
Religion.
Doubt.
Yeah.
And like fungus. She's like all about death. And like if we need to find a caretaker of death for Nico Stiletto,
I think Doubt is already, but she's got the whole lucky thing and
but then there's
wait,
like a
what's that?
giant sleeping I chose to die for my people, druid people. There's
What's when you say caretaker? Like, are they like the
On the
primary
path.
caretaker?
like you are war, peace, I am order. We need to find deaths.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like if you didn't already pick one, Trigger, I'd be like, Trigger, want to work for Nico?
like as you explain it, as you're recollecting this, Nico tasked you like, but all three of you are working for the caretaker of those domains. So like Rattle McFarthy is the caretaker of order,
right, but not the god.
Loam
Under-
Underfoot is the caretaker of peace.
Oh.
The like octopus that Trigger's been discussing with is the caretaker of war. So Nico tasked you with finding that caliber.
Oh.
I don't think
Which
we can just
I-
like shove
I'll-
anybody.
Which I'll also
into that.
share is the equivalent of a cleric in this world. So she's
Okay, I
wanting you to
thought I-
find a death domain cleric to serve as her
I
representation.
thought I
on
needed
the
to find a new one of us to go on it. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
No,
but
we
just
got our
following
own
your line of
things.
thinking, Gwen. Like Doubt seems to have like a decent wisdom stat. That makes sense. You mentioned
Mhm.
Kettle as well. Like as someone who's like, if she gets put to death, also being a druid, decent wisdom stat. Descendant of the caretaker of nature. So like you are connecting the dots in a way that potentially Nico would be impressed with.
Oh.
Do you want to just choose Lester? He's super old. He's probably gonna die soon.
What?
You're like sleeping is your.
Oh, that's right. Lester,
Why don't
we
we
gotta
just
get you.
pass?
I hope he feels better when he wakes up.
Oh, he's gonna have the best night's sleep.
I hope he's super smart when he wakes up too, and he makes really good breakfast.
Kachi, did you use that healing potion?
Oh no, here you go.
Do you need it for spy training or whatever you're doing tonight?
No, I got an extra just in case.
Just in
Always
case I'm
fun.
assassinated tonight, I just might need
Yeah. I'll be fine. I don't think Rumi is gonna kill me tonight.
No, you know, I'm not talking about you dying. I'm talking about me dying while you're gone.
Oh.
Do you want me to?
Oh.
Do you want me to hang out in your room and watch you, and we can. I
Well, Trigger,
don't-
you do sleep in the bunk in the opposite wall behind.
Yeah, I can kind of hear you when you sleep. I think you might have a deviated septum.
I probably do.
It's yeah. Sometimes you can get like a bunch of like pulp and you can put it on your nostrils and but it's like sea pulp, so they call it CPAP. And I think if you got a CPAP, it would work really well for your sleeping.
I
I'll keep that in mind. I thought you were going to ask if you could sleep at my door outside.
No, it's okay. I can hear you from my hammock, so don't worry. You'll be plenty safe. Also, I don't need as much sleep as you because I'm awesome.
You're an elf.
That is true.
Sure, I am an elf, but I am also awesome.
No, you're a coral.
Kachi! I'm so proud that you killed that guy so fast. And I run up and I give you a nice little tussle and as a real sign of affection.
Oh,
yeah. It was not embarrassing. It was really impressive.
Thank you. I could feel it actually in there. I could feel the help. I really appreciate that.
You could feel that there was like perhaps like 4 rounds of stuff pre-rolled for damage that didn't get used.
It did. I don't want to say it felt like a setup because I'm not ever, if you won, you won. But it was like a Birchwood guy, last name Fire Room. Wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
No,
seemed against him. But
what if like every battle after this is as easy as that, and you're like you come to fight your grandma, and like your grandma is honestly really easy to kill because everybody else has been pretty easy, and it's just like she was just an old woman.
No, it's either going to be that or she's going to be rigging every other thing so then she can kill me easily and then keep being
embarrassed.
Yeah. This is for breaking that lamp when you were 4.
Oh,
I knew it was an antique.
Wow, it is trauma. Not of the religious sort, just the familial.
No, but they're like, thank you for folding your napkins. Ha! I've run them around. It's so nice.
All right, I have to go train because if I don't, I'm not getting 8 hours of sleep. So
okay, I have to go train, and by train I mean I'm gonna go eat some more food.
I'm going to
Europa goes to Trigger. We're gonna draw some pictures, Trigger.
Yeah, wait, can we draw some pictures? Can we do still lives? Can we do some still lives with the food?
We could draw Lester. He's just sleeping in his chair. It's kind of like still life.
No nudes.
I don't want to do figure drawings tonight.
Okay, no nudes.
No nudes. Unless we're getting noodles and I run into the kitchen.
That was honestly very, very innocent of Trigger. I'm proud of him.
I agree. It's back and forth.
Lester is asleep already?
Yeah, he's sleeping in the chair in the living room.
Fine. I will head to bed thinking of as many cone-shaped spells that would make a V on the ground that I can try to think of. I'm trying to think of V. That's my new hyperfixation. Is like, is she a dragon? I didn't even think of that till literally like 20 minutes ago. She might be a dragon. I mean, maybe she's not.
You start piecing through those things.
Something made those marks on the ground, and I don't know what it was.
Gwyn begins to turn in. Kachi goes to find Yurumi, while Trigger and Europa go off to prepare to do a little drawing exercise. Excuse me. Let's have all 3 of you roll for initiative, just to see who we follow first. This isn't Matt surprising anyone with a fight. Starting off with Tesha Gwyn, the first to fall to sleep, that is, as Gwyn heads upstairs to go to sleep, ruminating on all of the elements of the discussion that you just had. Is Gilda a monster? Did this V-shaped channel that she tried to frame as Veritas, was that a breath weapon? The structures in the sky were sabotaged and Kachi had to fix them. Who was able to fly up there to fix things? There's this dragon from a vision you
wouldn't give me this if it was real.
As you begin to drift off to sleep with theories crafting in your mind.
Yeah,
Gwyn. Gwyn, with both a doppelganger on your tail and the whispered dagger having threatened you, you attain a fine night of Kachi setting out from the house to seek Yurumi. You begin kind of wandering the streets. I have a map for this now. The street outside of the House of Violet. Zuko, you made a suspicious sound. Where are you? I couldn't keep an eye on him. I'm going to just drop allies willy-nilly. Move people away that don't really matter. Everyone else is in the House of Violets except for Kachi. Kachi, you leave and you begin kind of wandering the streets around the House of Violets until you see a figure kind of walking in the same area. You see this figure perched on a rooftop, slightly far away from the House of Violets, not looming in the same way that Spider was when you came across him, but much closer to sort of the Forgotten Escape. You see kind of silhouetted, like sitting on the rooftop, a feline-looking individual.
Fly up. Crazy day.
Arumi kind of like looks over at you. Huh. Here I thought that we were going to train to prepare you for the path. Kind of looks at like the sword and the dagger at your belt. And here you have already been successful.
What can I say? I work fast.
Color me impressed. So, you must be tired, exhausted perhaps? Yes?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we shall make this lesson easy. And she stands up and like unfurls her urumi as she... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Unfurls her urumi as kind of like you have flown up to the rooftop, kind of standing on like the apex of this roof, kind of facing off with one another. This is a training ground of mine. I haven't often fought on the roof. A nice change of pace, I suppose. For this lesson, Kachi Hutsi, what is it they call you on the path?
The Arborforged.
Arborforged. All that is required for now is for you to strike me.
Okay, that's it.
That is all for today.
Okay.
You see that she kind of like steps back, having taken the dodge action to make it challenging. Go ahead and actually, I'm not going to do that because that seems unfair. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Cool. Yeah. Not going to be great with the 6.
With 6. She didn't roll all that well, but she did get a 12. So Urumi is going to go first. So yes, all you have to do is strike me. And will you see it takes a dodge action, and you also notice like her Yurumi begins to like whip around her almost in a defensive fashion, acting as some additional armor class. Go ahead and take your turn.
17.
17. You roll to hit, and that is going to be a miss.
Yeah.
So she will, as like you swing your wooden sword in, tired, exhausted from the evening, you swing. She is going to riposte as her reaction to attack you. That is a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
Does not have a chance to do any of the other stuff for this one, but is going to hit that. And that, not great rolls. But it is going to be 12 slashing damage to Kachi.
Okay.
Kachi still up?
Still up.
Still up. All right, cool. That is her reaction as she flourishes her Yurumi, steps back, and again takes a defensive stance and uses evasive footwork on her turn. That brings it back around to you again.
Cool. Oh God! How long have you been on the path?
With that, on her turn as a bonus action, is going to. Oh damn! Tries to get a read on you. Like you said, she narrows her eyes and checks your guard. Rolls a natural 1 for insightful fighting. Does not find a weak spot in preparation, and simply has to step back and will again not get sneak attack.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'll reiterate the question as I like fly back. I'm like, God, okay. How long have you been on the path anyway? This is crazy.
I have been on the path so long, I no longer use a name. I only go by Yorumi.
That is terrifying and badass.
Clawed my way, evasive footwork to like swing like the sword around herself. But I have found its end, but have not claimed it myself.
Can't get past the Bokken. And I'll rush her again for 23 to hit.
23 to hit with an armor class of 18, evasive footwork of 3 for a 21. Kachi, as you say, you haven't been able to stop the Bokken. Her guard drops as the Arborforged slashes across her chest. I have faced the Bokken. And the Bokken laughed, handed me a defeat, and refused to finish me.
And you're still able to use your blade?
Yes, and I will use it to slay that obstacle at the end.
Well, I guess we got to get off the island first, don't we?
Yes, we do. Tell me, Arborforged, do you know what is left beyond the Bokken?
They were unhelpful after facing Birch Hanger, but something powerful, I would assume. What do you know?
There is a title greater than some wooden sword-wielding owlin. No offense.
Yeah, I'm taken.
The Bokken is an obstacle. The real prize. Taking your place as a god of Corsair. This is my destiny.
Shit, damn. I mean, that's powerful. But you gonna try to take on a god?
Why not? History
Fair enough.
is written by those brave enough to seize that power. Perhaps our blades will lead us there. Kachi Hutsi.
Well, if you get there before I do, hopefully you'll be a more benevolent god.
There is only power.
At least to me.
Grace is earned. I think, and like it's like been bleeding from her shoulder the whole time. I suppose you have earned a bit from me. Not bad. Perhaps I will witness your next fight.
I would be actually honored if you were to be there.
Yes. Not bad, little owl. Should the Arborforged wish to duel for real, you can find me training here.
Aye,
You have struck Urumi in this confrontation, earning your excuse me, earning yourself a boon as you have sought out the greatest swordmaster in the Cursed Cove. You have succeeded along the path. I'm pulling open what it is to remind myself what it is I made. I have a bunch of feats from a potential Avatar game in the future that are clogging it up.
Seth.
Seth. I fear I may have spoken before I actually made it in D&D Beyond. But you have earned the feat that we discussed before, the Swordmaster feat. The fact, because I pitched it to you at one point to decide between how your bardic inspirations would function to fuel this sort of maneuver. I think what I pitched to you at the time was whether the bardic inspiration would fuel like an area of effect maneuver, or if you wanted to be able to use it to inspire more allies. I believe when we discussed it before, you were hoping to be able to almost like shatter this bardic inspiration to spread it amongst your party. Is that something you're still interested in, or has your direction kind of changed since we spoke?
No, I think the direction's still the same. Let me look towards. Let me reread our conversation and everything.
Go ahead and reread it. Let me know. I'll make it before next session and add it in as you have unlocked your feat here in Cursed Cove. Nice. Speaking of, we jump to Trigger, having dedicated some time on a few nights to work with Europa in finessing this ability, this specific skill set that Trigger has been hoping to hone and finesse, lacking some more traditional elements of intelligence or intellectual prowess. Instead, you've been drawing the adventures that you've seen. You've been jotting down the maps and the lessons you've learned along the way. Is there anything that is sort of guiding Trigger in this moment?
My hunger. So I'm slurping up noodles, and I'm trying to do the noodles in front of me, but I'm not really having as much fun because squiggles are hard. And that's a little tough. But I can't really get the feeling of Drogma holding the eye out of my head. So I feel like I'm probably keep doing I'm probably like doing the noodles, but I keep doing like the the
All the like,
bloodshot eyes.
yeah, like the
Like
tentacles of like the
you kind of
eyes forming into the noodles
a
that you
little
get.
bit, but yeah, I think there's just like a certain sort of macabreness that's happening with the noodle tentacle eye things.
And almost this
Um,
abstract sense happening. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check with a help action from Europa.
okay. I will roll the eye dice. The creativity dice. Man, I'm really bad at these things. 11.
11, was that a flat roll or did you make with advantage from the help action?
I was with the help
With the
action.
help action. 11, you have been working on this project for some time to the point where you almost begin to show your proficiency before you realize it. Europa kind of looks over where you're working and looking over like you're recounting like the details perfectly without really thinking about it in a way that like, okay, almost like it's like, okay, you're looking at the noodles and you've drawn Drogma's eyeball perfectly. Like it's been haunting this back part of your mind. Um, opening up Trigger's own sort of inane sense of artistic replication or just the visual way that Trigger tends to see the world around him. The feat that we have discussed as well being unlocked. Trigger, you may now go ahead and add the Keen Artist feat or Seth, you may add the Keen Artist feat to Trigger. So you can increase your intelligence score by 1, but you also gain proficiency in history, sleight of hand, painter supplies, and forgery kits. You know which way is north. Number of hours before the next sunrise or sunset, super useful. But namely, you can recount anything you've seen or heard, and you have an advantage on history checks. The way that you remember things tends to be more visual, so that does factor in the way that you have this ability to recall and the types of history checks you get advantage on. But that is, Trigger has unlocked this sort of ability in drawing Drogma with his eyeball and the noodles. It almost looks eerily similar to like this nest of eyeballs that you ran into beneath the orphanage. This place that Spider has described as sort of this nest of eyeballs, all kind of coming together in a haunted, macabre way.
Thank you. Perfect. Appreciate it. And it's terrible, and it's terrifying, and I hate it. But it is very good.
When Europa, after seeing you kind of struggle with this, kind of suggests like, oh, hey, that's not bad, Trigger, but you had a long day. What do you say? Head upstairs, get to sleep. I'll make sure Kachi gets home safe, and then I'll turn in too.
Europa, you do a lot for us.
Comes naturally. I've been alone for a long time, so it feels nice to look after other people.
I think some people, you're just like better than some people, because I know like people who are like thrown in to like the hold for long periods of time, and like not nearly as long as you. Like you were there for like couple. How many is 40?
You know how you can count to sort of like about 20 if you use your hands and toes?
Yeah.
Your hands and toes, my hands and toes together.
Oh, it's 20 twice.
Yeah.
I learned multiplication earlier.
You can double things. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty great. I just need to know what I need to double. I know a lot of people who would go into the hold for a lot less than what you did. Probably less than 40 days or
years.
I don't know. Yeah. And they would probably turn really angry at the world. And you didn't really do that.
Those people might not have had a trigger to let them out.
Yeah. Guess not.
Yeah.
Night, Europa.
Kind of like looks over like, I thought maybe I'd be this cruise navigator, but I think that might be your job.
Well, no, I don't want to put you out of a job. Plus, I want to be the lookout. Slash, I'm kind of gunning for Kachi's job. I actually think I could be like not like a captain, but like an owlin. I think I might learn how to fly.
Hey, I turn into a wolf sometimes. Stranger things have happened. If you need me to be the cook temporarily, I can step into that.
Totally. I'm gonna go steal some of his feathers and try to glue it to my back. I'll be back.
Take them off of his bed, not his body.
Sure.
Kachi, after your duel with Yurumi, you get back. You see Europa kind of cleaning things up in the kitchen as you make it back home safely. Oh, you're back. It's about time to turn in, right? I think you are muted, Alan.
Thank you. Yeah, no, absolutely. You need any help to get it done faster so we can both head to bed early.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to give me a hand, I think Bastion turned in or something too. So if you just want to grab those last dishes that from me and Trigger, and you help her grab the cups from like Spider and Gilma and toss them in a sink, and she kind of washes everything as you guys head upstairs to turn in.
Thanks, Europa, and thanks for everything. It's been really good to have you on the crew.
Oh, absolutely. Happy to help out. I mean, Lester probably won't need too much more of my help, but I'm here to support you guys however I can.
Great. No, and then I think with Lester feeling back to normal, hopefully in the morning, I think we might need more of your help going forward.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. As the party turns in to go to sleep, everyone is able to get a long rest as we do. Kachi, in the middle of the night, as you drift off into this subspace, this restful sleep, you find yourself in a familiar hallway. It feels better lit now than before, as you stand in this torch-lined hallway that you once saw when you first joined the path. Now there's a pair of torches behind you as you stand at sort of the next point of sconces. There's not like a measurement between you and the Bokken. You are just as far away as you were before. It just seems like, there's a marking of something behind you, and now there is something here. As you stare into the flame, you feel at once invigorated, warmed and filled with life, having given up a death saving throw in order to learn about your previous opponent. That has gone away. You are complete once again. As you stare into the flames on one side, you see the Arborforged illuminate as the torch on the opposite wall ignites and begins to spell out the name of your next opponent in the air. And you see the Jeweled Bastard spelled out in flames.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fucking dope. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Unlike before, you don't get this offer of like sacrificing to learn more. Like what the Bokken said, it's almost like you rest and then you can revisit this in the future.
Cool.
You know this. You know the stakes now, so if it's something you're interested in deciphering or learning about, you are able to, but not right now. As you begin to drift off to sleep, reflecting on the busyness of the day, much like Trigger and Gwyn do in their respective rooms as well. Gwyn, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
9.
As you drift in and out of sleep, you get a long night's rest. You reflect on the length of the day. You almost like your mind drifts and you hear like this command from Rattle McFarley that like very Warforged, very straightforward, very dry, has asked you to give their resignation letter to Admiral Rashton Hart. You're almost like feel being in Nico Stiletto's presence once again. You're thinking of your own title of the Cocooned Chakram, the Arborforged, the Whispered Dagger, the Birch Hanger, wondering what comes next along the path. And you're thinking of the Whispered Dagger and this doppelganger that are looking for you. And you can't shake the feeling that someone has an eye on you somewhere.
That's fair.
That maybe you kind of wake, breathe, think if Trigger can hear you on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
Still you're breathing.
Look around the room.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But everyone gets a restful night of sleep.
Mm.
Oof.
We do?
Everyone does.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Lester, you making breakfast? Now you're smart. You make breakfast, right?
Yes. The smell of cooked meats wafts upstairs. As for perhaps the first time, Europa is one of the last ones to come downstairs. As you can all rush downstairs, and you see Lester, diadem on his head, making breakfast, along with Bastion, helping him out. The ghost who doesn't really sleep.
Does he have a mage hand that's also helping? Is a mage hand like sauteing
There's
some
a mage
mushrooms?
hand. There's an unseen servant sous chef, carrying plates through the house. Everyone gather around. Yes, sort of an old habit of mine. The nice thing is conjuring an unseen servant at my age is a bit easy. I can get everything preheated before I get out of bed.
This is like the best dream ever. Food is just floating everywhere right now.
Very Disney movie food and utensils just floating around. Very Merlin, I guess. Higitus, Figitus, Mum. House of Violet Tonium.
Funny.
That works.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, I know yesterday was quite busy. I owe you all sort of a great deal of thanks in returning a big part of me back. It sort of hit me all at once in the evening, but I do thank you all. I vaguely recall, I suppose, that armor that I gave to Kachi. Was able to enchant a sort of spell into it. My speciality for a great while was enchantment. If there's anything else I can do, it would be an excellent way for me to channel my magic into assisting all of you for your kindness. If there's something I can do to assist Gwyn, Trigger, I'd be happy to sort of support you both in the same way. I think I should be able to make that happen. So if there's any first level spells that, for now, first level spells, that Lester could enchant into a magical object that you have, he is able to do that.
I actually, if you don't mind, Lester, the magic missiles have been great and wonderful, but I think I need to work a little bit more on my my defense. And I was wondering if you could maybe have like a repulsion or maybe like a rebuke that I could utilize if someone attacks me.
I think in the spell book you all found, I think I have sort of work on crafting a shield spell into your armor, or perhaps a hellish rebuke, whichever one you think would suit you better.
Let me think on it.
Yes,
And,
both sort of in the similar range of defense.
I don't really know much about spells. Also, this bacon is really good. Can you? Do you have one that could make me fly like Kachi? Or like, if I shoot my gun into the ground, could it like shoot me up into the air really high?
That I could. I believe I could work something out for that far easier. I could start going through my spell book and trying to remember some of my older spells. So in time, perhaps I could.
If it helps, I have all of these feathers that.
Swallow your food.
Sorry.
Chew.
Sorry.
Swallow.
If it helps, I have all these feathers that I took off of Kachi's bed. If that will do anything. What? No, I mean I didn't. I took them off of your body. No, Europa said I didn't take them off your body. I took them from your bed.
Europa
and that's the
leans
truth.
over to you, Kachi. It was your bed, or he was gonna pull them off of you. Sorry.
Lesser of two evils. It's fine. I molt anyway, so it's fine.
It's gross when you say it like that. Yeah, that's what I want. I want like height. I want to get around, and I want to be like jumpy and stuff.
With those and like gestures of the feathers, like mage hands, kind of up, kind of in the collects them all. I believe I should be able to come up with something to help you in the meantime. Perhaps not full flight, so be careful, but it should perhaps get you somewhere close. So we can imbue a jump spell into your blunderpuss, so that once per day you can cast jump on yourself, tripling your jump distance, which for a monk is already pretty good.
I'm about to be the best pirate on the land, the sea, and the air. Y'all about to get wrecked.
Damn.
I don't know many spells, but I like to kill things quickly. So if I could focus on the target, that works for me. If you want to put that on this bow.
I
was going to jump, but I can teleport. And I was going to ask to jump, but if trigger's jumping.
Cool.
Did I take your thing?
No. It was something I was going to lean into, but if you're doing it, then we don't need me to do it.
If you want, we can trade things. You can jump, and I can look really like sickly.
If you're interested in being able to sort of move quickly, I suppose Expeditious Retreat could serve you well, Gwyn, as a way to sort of give yourself distance for an archer.
I don't hate that either.
But out of game. All three of you, you're not locked into that trigger. If the three of you would like to think and get back to me on a first level spell that he can throw on, it could be in like I'm cool with expanding it like beyond just a wizard spell list. They have the biggest spell list, but if there's something like from a druid spell list or something that you're interested in, or like more divine, Lester's been around a long time. Europa's willing to lend some magic. We can add that in there. It's a 3-person party. We can bend the rules for the spell list a little bit. Excuse me.
Also, the eye patch. Did you want that? Do you want the back trigger, or could I tune to it?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. I didn't know how to tell you this, but as a necklace, it looks storm and stupid. Okay, so.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. I'm back, baby.
Back to being blinded. Yes. So with the day's events before the party, this promise of Lester for spells to aid you, that is where we will leave it for this session of Shattered Ships.
Nice.
With the day of investigating before you.